right, I'm going to give you a little rundown on getting ready to cut firewood here. So I brought the excavator down to be able to handle all of the logs, and we'll be able to use the thumb for pulling them out of the stack over here. And then we've got the chainsaws. I do use I use electric and gas. I use electric, especially for the smaller limbs. It just makes it easier. I got a gas here with a 16-inch bar over there. And then I got one with a 20-inch bar here. Got the chainsaw sharpener. I will use that file grinder with the Blue Eddy to run that while we're out in the field. And we've got our little Chinese excavator here that has actually been doing quite well. I'll swap out that greater bucket to a smaller bucket. And this is all firewood that I've gotten for free. So all summer long, the local tree climbing crew has needed a place to dump wood, and so I just signed up to called them and had them dump all of this out here. So that pine will burn all of that in our stoves as well. Do not have a problem. Been burning that at the homestead for 6 years. So, but this pile of logs, there's even some cedar in there that will cut up fine for starting fires. This pile of logs will definitely be enough to get the homestead through winter, along with running the greenhouse, or heating the greenhouse rather. So I'll pull these logs out with the excavator. I'll bring them over here by the splitter. We'll split, and then I'll have the kids and wife will be here helping as well. So I pull them out, I'll cut them, then we'll place them on the splitter, split them, and then we will just throw them up into the dump trailer and haul them back to the house. But this is how we get our firewood essentially for free. I mean, we're out labor, right? But you're going to have that regardless. And there's some good hardwoods in there for sure. They've been sitting all summer, so they'll burn. They're going to be good in season. And that's how we do it. And it just gives us a place to be able to cut firewood without having to down a bunch of trees on our own place right now. And this property is not terribly far, but it's right off the highway, so it gives them a good spot to be able to drop these trees and get in and out quickly. And then we're able to come down and process it when we're ready. All right, guys, we'll catch you here shortly. All right, not a bad day cutting firewood. We've got probably 4.5 hours into this, plus a lunch break. So we've made a pretty good dent in it. I did the cylinder on this log splitter has gone out, so I'm going to go ahead. I've already disconnected it. I'm going to throw it in the truck and drop it off at the hydraulic shop. And I probably got at least a trailer load sitting here ready to be picked up, and I've got one to take to the house now. So still a bit to do, but and then as far as stuff breaking, it's like I gave $500 for the splitter, so I'm going to go throw probably $100 into resealing the cylinder, and that's really the first money we put into it. So not too shabby, and a heck of a lot cheaper than buying them new. And that thing has been taking care of all the rounds. And the fact that this splitter, you can unpin it right there, and you can just stand it up and be able to roll the big rounds into it, helps a whole bunch, especially when your help is in their teens or preteens. So this was the 3 kids and my wife and myself getting after it. So it doesn't take very long to make a dent in it, and this will be enough to get us through the winter, and then to share with grandparents and other as needed. All right, so it's easier to show you while it's all set up like this. So I've been using the excavator and the hydraulic thumb to pull logs out of this pile, because they're not sorted or anything like that. They're just dumped. And then I bring them over around about here, and then I will cut them into 18 to 24 inch lengths. I'll pile the logs out of here. That way there's no kids over in the area where I'm running the chainsaw. And then our son, he will bring it over to my wife and daughter on the splitter, and they'll split it there and then just toss it off from there. If it needs to go into the trailer, then my son will reach over there and throw them up there. The youngest, he's really not he's not involved too much. In fact, he caught a log to the eye, like first thing off, or to his forehead rather. So we were breaking out the first aid kits right in the first couple minutes. And I mean, not only, I mean, I keep a tourniquet on me when I'm running. I keep one on me, period. But especially when I'm running equipment and chainsaws. And then in here in the truck, we've got a first aid kit on the back of the headrest, and then a bleed kit on the back of the driver's headrest. The bleed kit is like arterial bleed, so tourniquet, gauze, all that stuff, and this is just little cuts. Fortunately, we only needed the little one, but you know, just whatever, accidents happen, so you might as well just have the stuff together and be prepared, because it will happen.